Hey guys, what is going on? Chris here doing a recap of last night and a look ahead to today's big slate here for Friday. I am sick again, so if you hear sneezing and everything like that, I do apologize for that. But anyway, doing a video for you guys. So anyway, I hope you guys did good last night. Once again, the line wasn't too high last night, only 3 games. So like I said, hopefully you guys did pretty well last night. I did the late slate, the 2 late games. Did pretty good. Scored a 316.5, and obviously, entered a whole bunch of other ones as well, and won a total of $236 last night. So, yeah, definitely not too bad. Decided to mass enter it since there's only 2 games, and and it definitely turned out very well. So, anyway, do a recap of last night for you guys. So. Anyway, this was the late slate, as I said, a 316.5. Westbrook obviously had him in there. 60.6 for him. Very good night from him. Kemba Walker, really liked him. I think he could have got more if they could have kept with Phoenix there in the fourth quarter. Still solid 45 from him. Nicholas Batum did not do too well. Only got me 20. Really disappointed right there. Was really high on him all night. Mr. Booker rebounded, got you 30.7. Didn't really score many points, but finally, had 9 assists, so that's definitely what helped him there. I didn't mind Maurice Harkless last night. Almost had a double-double, got you 22.8. Next was MKG, had a 27.1. Didn't do too much in the points department, but did pretty good everywhere else. Next was Marvin Williams. Power forward wasn't too pretty, but, decided to pick Williams here. Nikola Mirotic definitely didn't do anything last night. Might have to lay off him for a little bit. But Williams, solid 26.8, a very good night from him. Taj Gibson, if you guys saw that the almost full course shot he did last night against Portland, that was pretty awesome. Can I have a GPP pick here, 31.2. Not many people had him. Solid 31 from him. Also, Enes Kanter did very well as well. And then Jursof Nurkic, told you guys he had a tough matchup, but he was going to be the most popular play. He got 51.4, so his price will, continue to rise, and his popularity will as well. So, yeah, very good night. Hopefully you guys had a good night as well. Anyway, there's a lot of pretty good tournaments here tonight. A lot of games. Not too many injuries so far, but, expect that throughout the day. A lot of East Coast games. One or two West Coast games, but not too many. So, alrighty, with that being said, let's get into this 10-game slate for you. So, anyway, our first game we have is Miami and Orlando at 208 total, and Miami by 3. Honestly, not too interested into this one. Tyler Johnson coming off the bench again. I really like him. If you guys picked him last time out, he had a pretty good game. His price is still not really going up. 34.4 from him. I really don't mind him here at all. Had 25.6 against Orlando about a week and a half ago. So, I really don't mind some Tyler Johnson. Peyton, he's just, oh my goodness, he's so frustrating. I'd probably pick Johnson over Dragic here. Deion Waiters. Let's see what's going on here. So if he can't play, then obviously Josh Richardson, you got to put him in there. Then that makes me like Tyler Johnson just as much. And then maybe Fournier comes into play if Deion Waiters is out. But still, I'm not too high on Fournier in this matchup here. I don't mind Terrence Ross, $5,000. I think you can go elsewhere, but I still think you can pick him. Power forward, we got James Johnson, Aaron Gordon. I don't mind Gordon here. I don't think this is the greatest game for him, but still, might get you 24-25 if you want to go that way, but not big upside. Don't mind Johnson at all. And we don't know what's going on with Hassan Whiteside. Got a illness here, but we will definitely know before game start. Stomach issues. So yeah, you might have to play James Johnson now because Hassan Whiteside and Willie Reed might be out. So if they are, then James Johnson's going to have to play some pretty big minutes. So really do not mind James Johnson, depending on the news. Nikola Vukovic, once again, he's in play as well. Gets you around 34-35 as well. So not too high on this game, maybe 1 or 2. This is, as you see here, a lot of game time decisions. So, kind of hard to read who to pick in this one. Have to wait until the injuries all come out. So, Yeah, that's kind of a question mark game there. All right, moving on. We got a New York and a Philly matchup, 217 total in Philadelphia. Sorry, by New York by 2. I think this will be one of the more popular games. Both these teams not too good at defense. Both these teams are out of the playoffs, but Philly is playing a little bit better. They just met like I think 3-4 days ago. So definitely a rematch. So you see there, they played Philly on the 25th, and Rose had a 27. I don't mind him, 6,400. I wish he was a little cheaper, but definitely still consider him. TJ McConnell, he's been up and down as well. 5,600 bucks, price sustained firm right there. He only had 24 against New York, so I don't mind McConnell. Another one of those guys, not much upside, but 25 to 30, I'll definitely take that from him. Courtney Lee, I think he's in a half decent spot. Don't know what's going on with Gerald Henderson, but if he plays, I do like him. Nick Skauskas will probably get some extra run if he's out, but I really do like Henderson here. I think he's in a good spot. But yeah, definitely don't mind some Courtney Lee. Carmelo, another guy, I think he's in a pretty good spot. Let's go look at the history here this year against the 76ers. I think Anthony's done, relatively well against the Sixers this year. He has a 36.9 and a 46.2, been averaging 41.6 fantasy points, scoring 32 real points per game. So 8,100, I really think Anthony, in a pretty good spot here in Philly. Really don't mind him. On the flip side, Robert Covington as well, if you want to go that way. As normal, Anthony not the good a defender, so I think Covington can take advantage of that. And then you got Sarge, Porzingis, and Holmes. I think all three of these guys are in play here. I really like Sarge here. As normal, he'll be very popular. This last week, he's been over 55, 60% owned. So, he's been a very consistent player. Had 40.5 against New York. So, had a bad one against Miami. But, I think he'll definitely rebound here. Simmons, Porzingis, Anthony and I were talking about him the other day. Anthony really didn't mind him in a GPP. And, Porzingis had a solid night, a 34.8 coming back from that injury. I think he'll have another solid night here against Philly, 6,700. I don't mind that. And then Rashawn Holmes, as normal, if you want to put him in there, I think he's in a good spot. Then we don't know what's going on with Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez is out again. Lance Thomas will probably start at the power forward position like they did last time. And then Porzingis will start at the center position. I think Kyle Quinn's a half-decent spot. Once again, price came down a little bit. But, they don't like starting to Kyle Quinn much. But, coming off the bench against Philly, I'm not too scared of that there. So, anyway, don't mind Rose. Don't mind McConnell. Not my, favorite options. Courtney Lee in a good spot. Don't mind Anthony or Covington. Sarge, Porzingis, and Holmes. That's probably where I'd be targeting most of my power forwards is right there. I think that mostly does it for that one. All right, moving on to Toronto and Washington. Another, they just played the other night, 206 total in Washington by 5. So, as you all know, Lowry is still out. John Wall, his price did come down a little bit. I don't mind him in this situation once again at home. Let's see how he did against Toronto. Had a 36. Only played 34 minutes, though. But still, I don't mind Wall. Not my favorite option, but still half-decent option here. Shooting guard. DeRozan had a down night the other night. I don't mind him again. Price came down just a little bit here. See how Bradley Beal did the other night. See here, $7,400, and he got you a 33. So I don't mind it. I need at least 37 from him, but I don't mind Beal. They kind of, FanDuel could definitely smart it up on some of these guys' prices. Don't mind Otto Porter, Ibaka, don't mind him. Prices get up there as well, though. Markieff Morris, all right spot. And then you got Gortat there sitting there as well. So maybe one or two from this one. The last game they played wasn't too exciting, so and that total's not really that high. Only a 206, which is a little surprising for these two teams. But spread's only at 5, so maybe one or two. But Yeah, definitely not the games here so far that I want to be targeting. As you see, not too many high totals, one or two games, but but anyway, I do like Wall in this one. And then probably some Bradley Beal are probably two options I like there. I don't mind DeRozan. Price is still up there pretty high though. Don't know what is how much he's going to get here. Maybe around 40 for him. But yeah, he's projected at 44, but he's almost almost 10,000. So yeah, maybe. But shooting guards aren't too pretty here tonight. Alrighty, moving on. We got Cleveland and Atlanta, 214 total in Cleveland by 3. So spread's not too much. Should be a pretty good matchup here. Right away, Kyrie Irving, $9,000. I really love him against Dennis Schroeder. On the flip side, Dennis Schroeder as well. Both of those point guards are in play for me. Kyle Korver, maybe a revenge game here against Atlanta, coming back. Might be a little emotional for him. Maybe goes down and gets you 23, 24 fantasy points in his return to Atlanta. As you see, he's been very bad here. 16, 16, and 9. Still playing pretty big minutes, but not getting it done. But whenever returning back to his team, he might do pretty good here. I don't mind Hardaway either. Not my favorite option, but in a half decent spot. LeBron James, I really don't mind him. I think Cephalosha is going to get extra playing time to get out there against LeBron. But yeah, definitely don't mind LeBron James at all in this situation. Don't mind Millsap. I'm not too afraid of Fright or D. Will here. Center position. I don't know. They kind of cancel each other out. So far, I just don't, I'm not really too excited about any of these games here. Irving and Schroeder and LeBron. That's all I really see in this one. Like I said, maybe some Korver in a revenge game, but I'm not too into these games here. As normal, I'm not really an East Coast kind of guy. So, yeah, not too much going on in that one. But, as normal, if your stars, Schroeder, Irving, and James are definitely all in play right there. Don't mind some Paul Millsap either. All right, moving on. We got Milwaukee and the Clippers at 211 total, and the Clippers by 4. So if you saw the other night, the Clippers got straight up annihilated by Houston. Right away, don't mind some CP3. Giannis, always, half decent spot. I don't think it's the greatest matchup for him. I think there's some other guys you would rather pick, but I don't mind him. Maybe Redick, maybe some Jamal Crawford there, but not my favorite options there. I think Middleton definitely is in play here for me. Depending on what his minutes are looking like, they are still monitoring his minutes. I really like Blake Griffin here. As normal, Milwaukee can't guard power forward or the center position, so I think Griffin should have a huge game, probably around 50, 55. One of my favorite options here, under 10,000. And then DeAndre Jordan, as normal, a very good spot. Had a bad one against Houston, but I think he will rebound here. So I really don't mind Jordan, really don't mind some Griffin. I don't mind CP3 either, but I definitely would go Griffin over Paul here, but still a really good option there. And then Milwaukee, like I said, maybe some Middleton. I don't know if I want to pay up for Giannis here. And then maybe Monroe, but I don't want to be touching too many Milwaukee Bucks here in this matchup. So Jordan, Griffin, maybe some Middleton, and maybe some CP3 here. Maybe Brogdon, maybe Rivers come off the bench, get you 24, 25. I really don't mind that right there. So another one of those games, just maybe pick the stars, maybe one or two of the mid-range guys, and then move on there. All right, we got an exciting game here. 190 total in Memphis by 3. Yeah. Let me see here. Maybe Mike Conley, $7,700. Seth Curry has a hard match against Tony Allen, but he has been pretty hot. But yeah, with Allen there, might hurt him a little bit. But Williams is still out, so Curry is getting a lot more minutes. I think Zebo, as normal, is in a pretty good spot. They said Nerlens Noel is probably going to start here, so at the center position. So maybe some Marc Gasol. Last time he did face Dallas, didn't do too well, but different guy going to be going up against him. Yeah, maybe Randolph, maybe some Marc Gasol, maybe Curry, but another one of those games not really too care about here. 190 total in Memphis by 3. Yeah, terrible total there. So Yeah, moving on. We got finally a good game. Oklahoma City and Phoenix. West Coast game. 225 total. Oklahoma City by 4. So they're traveling from Portland to Phoenix here tonight. Both of these teams are coming on a back-to-back. So anyway, if you get Westbrook in there, I totally recommend it. Not too many stars I'm caring for so far. So Westbrook probably going to be my number one option. I know he's 13,000, but I think he'll definitely kill the Suns here. Bledsoe, he's been up and down as well, but pretty good matchup here against OKC. If you go look at Westbrook, he's been unreal against the Suns. Some of his best games of the year have been against Phoenix. Sorry about that. Yeah, definitely put Westbrook in your lineup. If we go look here at the Suns, he had an 80.6 and a 73.2 against them. He's been averaging a 76.9 against the Suns, 38 real points, 16 assists, and 12 rebounds. So, yeah, I think you have to put him in there for obvious reasons. Small forward, like I said, I don't mind Bledsoe here. Let's go look at the shooting guards. I don't mind Booker here. Like I said, Alex Abrinas will probably be going up against him. Not too afraid of his defense. Yeah, I really don't mind Booker. Small forward. Warren, another good spot right there. Don't mind Robertson. Enes Kanter, I think he's a very good spot. Taj Gibson will be popular as well, like both guys. Marquise Chris scored a lot of points last night, but not too many fantasy points. And then Allen Williams had a really good game as well. Don't know what's going on with Tyson Chandler. If he is going to sit again, I don't mind putting in Allen Williams coming off the bench. Doing really good off the bench. Had 33 against Charlotte. Really good game from him. So I really don't mind some Allen Williams there. So, yeah, definitely going to be one of the games you're going to want to be targeting quite a bit. So we got Westbrook for sure. Don't mind some Bledsoe, but obviously Westbrook. Don't mind Booker at all either. Warren, I think he's in a very good spot. Enes Kanter and Taj Gibson, love both of those guys. I don't mind Steven Adams either, but I really don't mind some Allen Williams there at that center position. So definitely one of those games you're going to want to be targeting definitely quite a bit here tonight. Alrighty, moving on. This should be a blowout. We got Brooklyn and Utah. The worst team in the league against defense and the best team in the league against defense. So 205 total in Utah by 13.5. Yeah, this should be a huge blowout here right away. If you want to go George Hill, I think he's in a very good spot for obvious reasons. I think Joe Ingles will be popular since he'll probably get the start with Hood being out. Don't mind him. Maybe get you 22, 23. Gordon Hayward once again in a good spot, but hasn't been playing the greatest ball here recently. Favors, I think he's in a half decent spot. Maybe Booker does half decent here, coming back to Utah. A little bit of a revenge game. I really don't mind Booker. I know it's not the best matchup for him, but he likes playing these hard nosed games. So I really don't mind some Booker in a in a GPP. And then if you want to go Rudy Gobert, I don't mind him. Probably get you around 36, 37, but yeah, should be a huge blowout here. Like I said, George Hill, good spot. Maybe Joe Ingles, not too high. Hayward, I don't mind Booker, don't mind Favors, and then maybe some Rudy, but yeah, not too good here. Like I said, this should be a straight up blowout. Like I said, guys, sorry if I'm not going too in-depth into it. I am, like I said, a little sick, so feeling down a little bit, but trying to get through this for you guys. All right, got two more games here. Man, sorry about my voice. Anyway, we got New Orleans and San Antonio, 208 total in San Antonio by 6. Boogie is going to be back here right away. Super Kawhi Leonard, I think he's in a good spot, $9,000. I think he can get you around 43, 44. Really good matchup for him. Drew Holiday should be in a good spot as well. Cousins is back, so that's going to hurt him just a little bit. So not my favorite option there. One guy I really don't mind, and I never, ever, ever, ever recommend him, but Manu Ginobili. Coming off the bench, as normal, Pelicans are really bad against shooting guards. And maybe he gets you 22, 23. Had a bad one against Indiana, but hey, he gets you around 22, 23 minutes. As I said, if he gets you, 21, 22, I don't mind it. Obviously not a good play, but if you want to get in some Westbrook, I don't mind him. I do think some of the big name fantasy players will have Manu Ginobili in here. I think I've seen it in the past here. 23 and 14, he's been averaging around 19 fantasy points. So like I said, if he gets you 20, I don't mind it. Definitely nobody's going to have him. I don't mind Anthony Davis here. And then you got DeMarcus Cousins. So maybe some Boogie. Some Anthony Davis. Cousins in a half decent spot though. But yeah, for me, Kawhi Leonard, maybe some Davis, but he's almost 11,000. And then maybe some Manu Ginobili in a GPP, but yeah, not too much going on in this one. All right, last but not least, we got one of the best games on the slate, Boston and the Lakers. 219 total in Boston by 7. So really good matchup here. Because they have pretty good history in the past against each other, as we all know. So Thomas, Russell, both of those guys are in play. I'd probably go Marcus Smart over Bradley. Bradley's still working his way back from the injury, and Smart, still playing some pretty big minutes. Had 29 fantasy points last time he did face the Lakers. So I really don't mind Smart at all. Don't mind Brandon Ingram, $3,800. Playing some pretty big minutes as well. Jay Crowder in a good spot. Yeah, this is definitely going to be the game you're going to want to get some of your cheap options from. Julius Randle had a heck of a game last time out. As normal, Boston struggles against their power forwards. And as I said, Randle had a really good game. He's looking to continue at 62.6 against Charlotte. So I think he can, once again, probably get you around 35 to 40. Should be a good one here for Randle. Al Horford, I think he'll be popular, but I don't trust this dude at all. Maybe some Kelly, but they're not playing him too much. So for me, really don't mind some Randle, obviously. Crowder, Ingram. Definitely love some Thomas and Russell. And then Marcus Smart definitely coming off the bench there as well. So I think that does it. Let's try and get you guys lined up. As I said, I am definitely do apologize for how I sound. All right, let's see. I got to get Russell Westbrook in there. Let me see. Like I said, I really do like Tyler Johnson. Let's go see here. All right. All right, let's try and put in some D'Angelo shooting guard. Let's see, we need someone cheap. Not really seeing too many people. So I like Smart. And then that other shooting guard, you have to definitely find somebody there. Not too many shooting guards I really care for. Small forwards. Maybe some Brandon Ingram, as I said. Really don't mind Middleton. I think probably Warren would be your best option. Don't mind Jay Crowder, as I said. Carmelo, Covington, Kawhi Leonard. If you can get Kawhi in there, really don't mind that. And then Blake Griffin for sure is one of my top power forwards of the night. Dario Saric once as well. Let's just put in Holmes for this one here. And then you got $5,300. I guess we'll just go Allen Williams. So I'm not gonna finish this lineup for you guys. But anyway, power forward. If you don't want to go Holmes, you can go Enes Kanter or Taj Gibson. Probably go Griffin and Kanter. They're a pretty good combo. So point guard, a lot of good ones out there. Westbrook, Thomas, Irving, Schroeder, Russell, Hill, Tyler Johnson right there. Like all those guys. Shooting guard, maybe DeRozan, maybe some Beal, but probably going to go mid-range on my shooting guards here. Like I said, I really like some Marcus Smart. Oh, man, sorry about that. And then small forward, like I said, if you can get Kawhi in there, I definitely recommend that. Carmelo Anthony, really good spot as well. Don't mind Jay Crowder, don't mind some Warren, Middleton. And then power forward, like I said, Griffin's my number one option right there. Relay some Sarge as well. Porzingis and Randall. James Johnson, a really good spot. Oh my goodness! If Hassan Whiteside is out, and then center position, really don't mind some DeAndre right there. Not too many good centers on the slate for you, so you might just punt that position away if you can find somebody. So, yeah, I think that mostly does it, guys. Like I said, it was a struggle to get through it, but hopefully you guys did bear with me. Anyway, pretty good night last night. Hopefully you guys did as well. As you see, there won a $236, so a pretty good night last night. So anyway, if you guys are struggling, you guys need some help, definitely let Anthony and I know. 2 to 4 lineups per day, 2 from me and 2 from Anthony for the main slate. We will have our email in the comment section. Only $35 per month. So like I said, if you're struggling, you need some help, definitely let us help you guys out. All right, guys, I think that does it. As I said, I do apologize for my my sickness. Hopefully I will get better for the coming days. So, all right, hope everyone has a good Friday, and we'll see you guys on Saturday.